Sport should be exciting and empowering. We're here to help you reach your full athletic potential while loving every moment of it. Welcome to the She's Got Game podcast, the podcast that helps you stay motivated, play with confidence, and love the game more than ever.
Today we're going to be speaking about how to balance school and sport. We're going to be discussing strategies and small habits that you can include in your daily life to make keeping up with a busy academic schedule and a busy athletic schedule that bit easier. I find it really difficult sometimes to keep up with homework and study while also going to gymnastics and dance, and when you come home from school you're so tired. Sometimes it's really hard to manage your time.
Yeah, sometimes it's the last thing you want to do when you get home late. Like, it could be 8 o'clock or something, you have homework.
I don't have a lot of time is something we say a lot. Like, I feel like.
And sometimes I think it's not the amount of time that's the problem, it's more like how we manage it. I'm sorry to be this person, but look at your screen time. You probably have an extra 4 hours in your day that you could be using.
Quiver really is the screen time for me. Screen time for me? Oh my god.
Something you can use really wisely that saves me a lot of time is just the little pockets of time during your day that you don't necessarily think that you have. It could be time when you're traveling to and from school, like on the bus, time waiting for the bus, waiting for school to start, time between just arriving home or going to training or getting home and having dinner. There could be an hour or two in there that we don't really use because you can be quite tired from school. It's definitely time that you can use well to do things that don't require too much energy.
And I feel like as well, it's hard to find time to relax with all these things. Definitely making a plan, like a schedule. I know sometimes we kind of brush that off and it's not going to help me, but it will in finding times to fit everything in and finding times to relax.
Or even just like a list. Like I just write down
to-do
things
lists.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's so satisfying to like tick things off.
Yeah.
And I feel like it gives you kind of a boost of motivation.
Especially with days that feel just overloaded with activities and things to do, like homework, sport, whatever, even just like hobbies in between. I feel like planning it out, it definitely helps then finding the time to relax in between those as well. Because of course we all need that.
Honestly, ticking things off a to-do list kind of feels like a reward to me.
Like,
I'm so excited to get another tick. Yeah, you can literally just take 5 minutes to plan out your day or your week. I think a week is a little bit more manageable.
Yeah.
Like if you just get your weekly schedule, fill in your school day, fill in your trainings first, then the amount of time that it takes to get there.
And sure, whatever comes up during the week then, just add that to that weekly schedule.
Fill it in.
Takes 2 seconds.
So after you've put in your priorities, then you can put in time for relaxation, time for meeting your friends, hobbies, study. Once you fill it in, you actually realise you have way more time. You end up seeing lots of gaps in your schedule that you didn't think you had. And I think that's such a big stress reliever for me. Like, I do have time. Yeah. I think another thing to consider when you're writing it out is just when you feel most tired and when you feel most energized.
Think about how it feels when you get home from school.
Like you might not want to do your study session when you come home from school on Friday. Yeah. But then that Saturday morning, you won't be wrecked. Like, you'll be more productive. I think the morning's always a good time to get things like that done that I don't want to do. Study, I usually try to get done in my weekend mornings.
Guys, calendars as well. Great calendars.
Eve's a big believer in her calendar.
I actually love my calendar, guys. It's my favourite thing. And I think it's so nice to look out and see the weeks ahead, and it kind of gives you something to look forward to. Like, if you see on the weekend you're doing this with your friends, or you have a race or something just to keep you going.
Get a calendar with some dogs, some cats, your favourite celebrity. Come on. There's lots out there. I know there's some Paul Mescal ones out there.
Can you reveal? Do you have a Paul Mescal
I can't
calendar?
Reveal, but I can reveal that I did really want a Ryan Gosling one when I saw it. So.
Our next tip is to avoid procrastinating. I am the worst procrastinator. Like, has to be my number one issue.
If anyone can speak on procrastinating, it will be me. Because
I think we're all up there, guys.
Yeah. It's so easy to procrastinate these days with my phone. Like, okay, I'm just pulling out Block Blast. It's right there in my pocket.
Get my homework done in 5 minits, but I've just scrolled an hour on TikTok and Instagram Reels. So.
Yeah, and it goes so quick. And then I'm like, where did the time go?
You just have to get rid of it. Like, put the phone away.
Put the phone down. Oh my God, the self-control.
Honestly, I have to put it in another room or like give it to your mom. Give your phone to a family member. Just let it not be near you. Tell them, don't give this back to me until I have my homework done or whatever.
And I know we all get that lecture from our parents as well, but like... Guys, at what point...
I am the parent lecturing you guys.
Queeve is the parent that lectures us. But like, at what point are they like slightly correct? A little bit correct.
Oh, guys, a good one. Developing a routine. I just think once something becomes a habit, it's easier. Like, if you do something every morning, like make your bed. Like, okay, if you never did that, it's like, oh, I have to do this. But once it's a habit, it's automatic. You don't have to think about it. Honestly, the hardest part about getting things done is just starting them, is getting that motivation just to do it. So if you don't have to think about it, if you don't have to motivate yourself to do something, I think it just
Yeah.
becomes 10 times easier.
Yeah, it's just automatic then at
Yeah.
that point.
Guys, I saw such a good comment on a TikTok video the other day, speaking about phones. But it said, like, do things that your future self is going to be thankful that you did. Like
Yeah.
making your bed, like come home to a clean room after school.
Yeah.
Do you-
So nice.
Do things that future you will be happy that you got done earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Do you
And
know
like
what I mean?
future you as in like you
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
8 hours.
you in 8 hours after school when you don't want to come home and have to clean your room. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
guys, look out for her.
Look out for her. Real, literally do.
Routine also doesn't have to be like a big thing. Like
Mhm.
even like I might do my stretching in the evening just before I go to
Mhm.
bed.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just something I do now. It's not like, oh, I have to stretch. It's just
Yeah.
kind of just comes to me. And
Yeah.
if I don't do it, then I just kind of
Yeah.
it doesn't feel right, and it's hard to avoid.
I'm actually the same with my
Mhm.
stretching. I have to do it every night because gymnastics, guys,
Yeah.
and I'm very unflexible naturally, so I'm keeping up with it. But I
Yeah.
actually yesterday I noticed I was just doing it, and I was like, wait,
Which is so
Yeah.
good.
I
It's
didn't
working.
have to convince myself for an hour to get this done.
Even the
I just did.
relaxation, adding that into your routine, like even just reading a few minutes before bed,
Yeah,
stuff like that, just winding down can fit into your routine as well.
yeah, definitely. Actually, something I've been using recently, guys, the 5-minute rule. It's kind of
Yeah.
changing my life.
I heard about this.
Ooh.
Have you?
Mhm.
I have
I
not.
think I told you about it.
Yeah,
I
probably.
have not heard about the 5-minute rule.
Yeah.
So basically, the 5-minute rule, for any of you who don't know, is if you're like struggling to start something, that's me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting down. I'm like, no, don't want to do my homework.
Yeah.
Tell yourself you're going to do it for 5 minutes. I say, okay, I'm going to do 5 minutes of homework.
Yeah.
That's it. And then I can leave.
Yeah.
Open your maths books, do 5 minutes, and then
Yeah.
you can go do something else. Once you start, you're not going to leave.
Yeah.
It just shows how
It
hard
is, yeah.
starting it is.
Yeah.
It's actually the hardest part.
Mm-hmm.
So once you start, then you're really like inclined to keep going.
Yeah.
So just say, yeah, I'm going to work out for 5 minutes. Okay, but then you
Yeah.
but then you do a half an hour at least. You do an hour. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because once you're stuck in, you want to keep going. You
Yeah.
want to get things done.
Yeah.
So
And once
yeah,
you
you're
start that,
kind of lying to yourself.
yeah,
But
But it works.
It
Yeah,
works.
Even if you know you're lying, it's
yeah,
a weird one.
guys, go for that run. Start the run. Same thing. Just
Yeah.
go.
Just- I'll
you're
turn-
not
I'll
gonna
turn
turn
around.
You're not gonna.
I'll turn
You're
around
not
in
gonna
10
turn
minutes.
around. You're
Like-
not gonna turn around. You know what I mean?
One thing I also find, which is kind of off topic, that helps is like if you're struggling to like get out there and start something, like if it's running or doing whatever, it's putting on like the gear that you want to
Yes,
wear.
yeah.
Like sometimes I have no set time that I need to run, so I'm like, what's gonna get me out there to
Mhm.
do it?
yeah,
And I always leave it too late. But I say if I get home, I change
Mhm.
into my clothes, then like you're never gonna take them off.
no,
Just getting
not
yourself
gonna-
ready. Yeah.
You're not gonna take off your running clothes without
Before
going
you're
for the
running.
run.
Guys,
to doing it.
Genuinely, even when I get home from school, my mom's like, "Oh, we'll go and take the dogs for a walk there now." I'm like, absolutely not. If I get myself ready, I'll want to go.
yeah.
I genuinely
It's
will.
so true. Yesterday I already did that. I came
Yeah.
home and I don't have training on a Monday, but I do my like at home
Yeah.
stuff. And I wanted to just get out of my uniform and I was like, will I get in my pajamas? But I was like, no, I'm gonna put on my leggings and I put on like a t-shirt.
You're
If you're in your
not.
pajamas, you're
No,
probably gonna stay in your
you
pajamas. So
won't.
and I was so hyped up. I don't know where this energy came from. I swear I got a boost of energy.
Throw on the
No.
tunes as well. Throw on
Yeah.
the speaker.
Put out your training gear. As soon as you
Yeah.
get home, just get in your gear.
Literally.
I don't care if it's in 2 hours, 3 hours. It makes it
Guys,
so much easier.
Rewarding yourself as well. Give yourself the bit of chocolate after. I love my bit of chocolate.
Yeah, setting up a reward system is so good. Like even if I'm just doing my at-home stuff, I'm doing my homework, I'm like, okay, but I'll watch Gossip Girl after. Your favorite show, watch a movie.
Yeah, a little treat after training. Maybe
My
some
sweet
chocolate
treat.
milk.
So to recap, our tips for today are identifying where you have pockets of time during your day that you could use to tick some things off your to-do list, scheduling and planning your average week or the week ahead, and avoiding procrastination by using methods such as the 5-minute rule, limiting distractions, and setting up a reward system.
Thank you to everyone who's tuned in to our first ever episode of the She's Got Game podcast, the podcast that helps you stay motivated, play with confidence, and love the game more than ever.
We hope you enjoy this episode and that you can take something away from it. We'll be coming out with more episodes in the near future that we hope will better your experience in sport. So stay tuned. Bye.